you had mentioned that Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, they have such an extensive catalog. What is your favorite song to perform?
Well, you know, it's been said that it's hard to pick one song, just like if you had asked me which one would be my favorite child. Although these are not my children.
Right.
I'm borrowing these children. They're,
Right.
But
I don't agree with you on that because I'm definitely my parents' favorite child and I'm one of 5. So
Well,
I feel like you can totally pick one.
well, the thing is, I mean, that's probably because your parents maybe told you that you were favorite. And then the next
Don't ruin my childhood, Rich, okay?
No, I won't. But no, I mean, well, to perform live, when we perform live, there's a few songs out there that we actually really engage the audience. And so those are the ones that are my favorites. There's a song called It's Good to Be King, which is one of the longer songs in our repertoire, but there's a lot of things going on. I get a chance to do a lead, as opposed to my lead guitar player, who's fantastic, doing leads all the time. I get a chance to noodle around on the guitar a little bit on that one. We also do these great breaks in between, and you know, the people really appreciate when you're doing something other than just what you hear on the records.
Right. To spice it up a little bit.
So yeah, we spice it up. The other song that's a great song to perform live for audiences, especially when they're really big, is Free Fallin'.
Of course, oh my gosh.
I call Free Fallin' the sing-along portion of the show. And
totally.
what we do is we get, if you've seen some of our videos, we get some of the people to start singing back to us. We bring the guitars and everything down. I split the room in half. Sometimes I'll get the balcony to sing, so we'll do the callbacks here and there and stuff like that.
Wow.
So it's part of the experience of playing music is not just for us; it's for everybody, and especially for the audiences. So whenever we get an opportunity to play something where the audience can really participate, I mean, I love it when people are dancing. I love it when people got their cell phones out. It means that we're doing something that they want to save.
Exactly.
So.
I mean, your performances really are a full entertainment show. It's not just a couple guys up there singing, guitar, playing, you know, stuff like that. It's super engaging and really exciting.
We're not a jukebox,
That's
right?
right.
So,
yes,
yeah,
that's a good point. And you have been together for 10 years, you said, correct?
I myself have been doing this for 10 years. The lineup that I currently have in this band has been with me. This is the longest running lineup of guys, and I want to give a shout out to those guys. Jimmy Allen, who's on the lead guitar, John Proven, who's our bass player, and he does our background vocals, and he's also, believe it or not, the bass player is our musical director. He's the one that helps us out. He shows us where the harmonies need to be, where everybody has to be. Gary Castelluccio, who plays keyboards, he does background vocals, and he also plays the harmonica, which is great for you, the utility guy.
I want to learn how to play the harmonica so bad. I got to call him.
Well, you could just grab a harmonica and start noodling around.
I have to do that.
And
it's on my list.
Last but not least is Ross Cantor, who's our drummer. I call him the guy that does the shakers and the noisemakers. He's a background vocalist and a fantastic drummer. So without any of these guys, I mean, basically 5 years ago when I first met Jimmy, and then after that we had some transitions as far as personnel is concerned. I always say that the stars really aligned when I got these 4 guys to start playing with me.
So you guys just gelled. It made sense.
It was automatic. It was
magic.
Just the first time we brought the guys in. I mean, I recall Jimmy, who's one of the greatest guitar players I've ever met, and I played with a lot of great guitar players. I remember calling him he was one of the first guys in the band currently that came in for an audition with me. Okay, and I remember calling 6 or 7 guitar players on the phone, every single one of them very, very excited about being part of the band, except Jimmy. Jimmy was like, "Well, I'll come down if you want."
He's playing hard to get.
Yeah, I think so.
Jimmy.
I said,
style.
"Listen, I'm looking for somebody that knows how to play the slide." He goes, "I don't play the slide." I said, I'm on the phone. I'm like, this guy really doesn't want this job.
Right.
But I invited him down anyway because I needed another guitar player to help me audition another drummer. So I didn't have a guitar player sitting in for half an hour. So I brought him in thinking to myself, there's no way that this guy's going to get this job the way he spoke to me on the phone.
Right.
And he came in and he blew me away.
Amazing.
And he and I have been best friends ever since.
Oh, really? That's
so
nice.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's so nice.
Yep.
Okay, so when you guys get together right before you go on stage, do you have any rituals or good luck charms?
Well,
walk me through right before you guys hit that stage.
No, there's not really much that we do. We just look at each other, let's have a great show and stuff like that. But there's one thing that I do always wear. I have a bunch of pairs of these socks. I have these socks that have the
Oh my God.
have the string instruments on them.
That's awesome.
And I've got different colors and everything, and I always wear these, and even to interviews at Empire City Casino. So here you go.
Well, I feel very lucky that you brought your lucky socks.
Yeah, well, I feel
Thank
lucky
you
that I'm here.
for doing that. Well, we're very happy you're here. What is the best thing that has ever happened to you during a performance? Besides the fact that you can conduct an entire room and do a sing-along, which I'm very impressed by the way. What's like your favorite memory being on stage?
That's kind of a tough one. My favorite memories are when the band is really just on. I mean, nothing's ever happened to us. Like nobody's ever rushed the stage
no
or
one's
anything.
running the stage
I mean, we're
like a crazy
We're
person.
not the real Tom Petty's, you know.
Hey.
Well, let me say this. I mean, being able to going from being a band that when I first started out played to the 4 people that I told you about, and then being able to go to an outdoor concert and sit in front of a sea of people, and I'm not talking about 50,000, but to me, 6,000 people.
6,000 people is a lot of people.
A very exciting.
It's a lot.
It's a very exciting
Yes.
situation. So that's what's happened to me on stage. You know, I'm able to play to that kind of a crowd sometimes.
Well, I mean, that sounds like a pretty good memory to me.
Absolutely.